In the last episode, we went over what this series is all about. Now, it's time to talk about a basic element of motion, the DC motor. Most of us have probably heard of a motor before. Most electronics that move probably have a motor in them. A motor is simply something that causes movement. In the case of a DC motor, it causes rotation, for example, the rotation of a wheel. A DC motor is based on some very simple concepts. The main concept behind it is magnetism. This is a basic diagram of a DC motor. The coil in the middle is fed electricity by this circuit via these half-ring commutators. The coil becomes an electromagnet and tries to align with these permanent magnets. This is where the genius of this motor comes into view. These gaps stop the flow of electricity, making the coil rotate past its alignment point. Then the magnet switches its poles so that it repeats the same process. To run a DC motor, you need only one thing, a battery. You can simply use a AA or AAA battery to power it. Now, let's test it. We can use this Arduino microcontroller to control the motor. This is a basic circuit implementing this. We have two problems to address here. The first is the power source. We need the power source to be separate from the Arduino. The other problem is that the motor can send electricity back to the Arduino. That can damage it. There is one easy solution that can solve both problems. This is called a MOSFET. We can use a MOSFET in a circuit like this. The MOSFET isolates the Arduino from the power source, but allows the Arduino to control the motor via the power source. We can now use a simple program to control the DC motor. Every 20 milliseconds, our basic program will set the speed of the motor. We will change the speed, making some acceleration and deceleration. And every time we hit one of the extremes, we will speed up or slow down the motor by reversing our acceleration. Now, let's test it out. In the next episode, we will learn how to control our newfound power with gears.